Year now since the Facebook IPO, and in that time, company stock is down nearly 30%. Part of that due to its struggles in mobile, where reports today have that AT&T is now dropping that HTC Facebook phone due to poor sales. It's gone. Also, the Facebook Home app for other Android phones has garnered poor consumer reviews.
Yeah, all of this has Chris Dessi of Silverback Social wondering if Facebook would be better off with a more traditional tech CEO at the helm, like when the Google founders handed their reins to Eric Schmidt. But Ben Parr of CNET thinking Zuckerberg is still the best man for the job. And on that note, Ben, first of all, defend Zuck. What's he done right here?
Well, let's see. In the last 6 months, Facebook stock is up 15%. He is steadying the ship after the IPO, which it was tough to predict. And what he's doing right now is he's launching and trying out new products that are going to expand Facebook's appeal. Not all of them are going to succeed, but we're not calling for people's heads when Google Buzz or MobileMe fail for other companies. In this case, you have to give him the time. And right now, stock is going up, and that's the most important thing.
That said, the company's still down from its IPO. And Chris, you're arguing that this actually is a structural problem. It goes beyond just the fact that they haven't recovered to that level, that actually there should be a turnover at the top here. Why?
I believe so, because I feel as if Zuckerberg is sort of going contrary to what his roots are all about. He's really an entrepreneur at heart. He's not following the things that he's best at, and that's strategy and vision. Now that they're a publicly traded company, they're just that. They're subject to public scrutiny, and they need to have a CEO that's publicly facing, a CEO that could speak with journalists, that could sit with investors as well as sit with analysts, and I'm not seeing that from Zuckerberg.
But you can say the same thing about Larry Page, and Larry Page has taken back the helm at Google, and he's doing a fantastic job. And there's lots of other founder CEOs who you'd say are primarily entrepreneurs who do a great job leading public companies.
I'm not saying that he's a Steve Jobs, but Steve Jobs did lead the company that he founded, although he did have a sabbatical away from the company for a time, didn't he?
Listen, Mark Zuckerberg is a genius. I'm not arguing that. He did change the manner in which we all aggregate and disseminate information. However, he is certainly no Steve Jobs. When he's presenting something in front of journalists, I get nervous. I think, we all want to, say that he's changed everything, and that's fantastic, but the world isn't made of unicorns and rainbows. We need to take a fiduciary responsibility here and answer to individuals that are stock owners. And what we're seeing with the Facebook stock is that it's really traditionally it's being individual investors and retail investors. It's not the corporate investors that some of these other companies have. It's the stock for the masses, right? So he needs to be speaking to the masses, and he's not doing that, I believe.
Chris, at the same time, what you also just need is vision, is strategy, and in this case, do you want necessarily to push Zuckerberg out and bring in someone out there who may be more of a manager and not necessarily have the same focus or the same innovative track record?
I think he's got the advisor right there. I think he's got Sheryl Sandberg that's just sitting off to his right, and I think it would be a smart move for him. It's sort of a gesture to the public. We know that Zuckerberg and Facebook have had some public-facing issues, some PR issues, and they're not necessarily dealing with it. They continually have these bumps in the road in regard to privacy, etc. And I don't really feel as if the everyday investor is feeling that from him, that he's paying attention to those things.
Last word to you, Ben.
They haven't had those privacy issues in recent times, and you have to just look at the overall body of work, and you have to look at the treads of other companies. Look what happened when you put a manager in at Apple before. Apple tanked, and only when Steve Jobs came back did they recover. Without Zuckerberg, Facebook is not Facebook. Without Zuckerberg, the team loses its morale and will not work as hard and will be a bad stock if Zuckerberg leaves.
Few companies are as polarizing these days as Facebook, but it's certainly an example of it right here. Thank you both for your thoughts.